Hello, horror fanatics. This is J.A.R. 369, and welcome back for another horror toy review for 31 horror toys in 31 days. Today, I'll be taking a look at the NECA Horror of Dracula, Count Dracula, and his arch nemesis Van Helsing, made by NECA, of course. So, take a look at the packaging. You can see the packaging, just the ultimate packaging, but with the film posters on each of them. You get like the creepy looking image of Dracula right there, and you get Van Helsing trying to, I forgot her name, but trying to stake on her because she's been possessed by Dracula. So the packaging for Dracula, like I said, and this is Horror Dracula Ultimate Action Figure. On the side, you get the creepier image of Count Dracula here, just Horror of Dracula on the bottom. And on the back, there's the image of variations of Dracula and different accessories. And take a look at Van Helsing's. You get the poster, and it says Van Helsing Ultimate Action Figure. On the side, there's the image of the figure and the title of the film. On the back, you get the different images of Van Helsing and with different accessories. You see the image right there. And once you open the flap on both of them, you can see one image for Van Helsing, and the third, here's the image of Count Dracula right there. And flip them together and put them inside there. You can see the windows on both of them exposing the figures and their accessories. So anyway, let's take out both figures out of their package. Here are both Dracula and Van Helsing out of their package. Well, and you can see Dracula's a bit taller than Van Helsing. Yeah, pretty interesting, right? I'm not sure if Christopher Lee was taller than Peter Cushing. I forgot to look up of their heights. So anyway, let's take a look at Dracula first. Now, the likeness to Christopher Lee, yeah, I'd say they did really not too bad of a job. Not too bad at all. Looks pretty good. I say they did really a terrific job with his head sculpt. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Pretty good indeed. You get the slick back hair right there with some texturing to it. Move around the cape here. Nothing much, just plain black outfit here. And you can see like if you lift up the cape a little bit, you can see there's like a collar right there and a white collar shirt there as well. You get the wrinkles on the sleeves here. You get the pockets sculpted in there. You got the buttons sculpted there as well. And there's the little vest right there a little bit. And take a look at the hands. You can see there's like Dracula type hands here. You can see the little sculpted fly there. You get the stitching lines on the pants here. Take a look at the shoes. You can see the fancier looking shoes right there. Has some little bit of gloss paint to it. And on the bottom, there's no legal things right there, and there's some pegals in the bottom of his feet there. Overall, for this version of Dracula, yeah, I'd say NECA did really a great job with this. Yeah, they did really a not too bad of a job. Great job, NECA. So that's about it for this version of Dracula, and move on to Van Helsing, his arch nemesis. Just like with Dracula, a not bad likeness to Peter Cushing. Yeah, looks pretty good. I say they did really a great job. Not too bad at all. Not too bad. You can see there's some hair sculpt right there, but it's cover his hat here. You get the white collar or scarf right there, and you can see there's like a fur on the collar right there. And you can see some sculpted buttons here, and some wrinkles to it on the sleeves there. You gotta look like relaxed palm hands, probably holding on for the cross. And also you can see some sculpted stitching lines on there, the gloves here. Yeah, there's some black pants to it. And take a look at the shoes. Not too much, but you can see some black looking, some glossy paint to them. And on the bottom, there are some legalese there and 2 pegals in the bottom of his feet. So yeah, Van Helsing looks pretty good. The sculpting looks good. The likeness to Peter Cushing looks pretty good. But overall, still really a not too bad looking figure. Moving on to articulation, both they have the head rotation, including the neck joint there. They both have rotations at the arms and do go in and out. They both have bend at the elbows, rotate. Both have wrist rotation and hinges. For Van Helsing, there's like a chest and waist rotation, but for Van Helsing, he does have, it's covered by his long coat. But Dracula does have the same thing here. A little bit of waist and chest rotation there. Both legs to kick forward and back, in and out. Except for Van Helsing. Well, Dracula does, but Van Helsing doesn't. Because it's, again, blocked by the coat. They both have upper leg rotation. They both have bend at the knees and rotate. They both have ankles rotation and pivot forward back. Ankle pivot side to side. So yeah, that's about it. Just the standard NECA ultimate articulation. But you can still give these figures some decent amount of posabilities. Accessories. For Dracula, he does quite come with a few accessories. He does come with 2 interchangeable heads. You get one hand, you get one head. Yeah, very scary looking. While the other head, like growling and screaming. Yeah, I probably might display with this head because of from the finale of the first Hammer horror Dracula film. You can see the bloodshot eyes right there. A lot more redder than this head. This head does. And does came with interchangeable hands. You get a pair of ones with gripping hands for holding on the accessories. And one hand is just a pointing finger hand. Kind of like how Bela Lugosi's Dracula does. She does come with a shovel. Has some nice texturing on the back here. And of course, 2 versions of the candlesticks. You get one regular one and the other like where he throws it at Van Helsing from the first film. And for Van Helsing, he does come with interchangeable heads. You get the one with no hat, and you get the one like trying to defend himself from Dracula. And for interchangeable hands, he does come with ones for the glove hands. He does come with like for the stick and hammer. And you get like the more open one for the candlesticks. And you get the ungloved hand for similar to the gloves, but like without them. And you can see there's like a little ring right there sculpted there or painted on. Nice little touch. It does come with a wooden stake. Very pointy, be careful with that. And multiple stick them together. And the little hammer. And of course, he does come with 2 candlesticks that you can have him use in tournament to a cross. But wait. Van Helsing does come with a alternate chest piece here, which I'm going to show you that in a minute, so I'll be right back. Little editing magic. Here is Van Helsing without the coat here. Yeah, I'm very surprised that NECA gives him a second interchangeable torso piece for this figure. Yeah, I think it's a really nice touch, and I'm pretty surprised it's still the same retail price, like $35 or $37 because of the whole inflation going on. Yeah, take a closer look at the untress coat version. You can see there's a tie right there, a little gem right there. You get a little vest right there, some sculpted buttons, and you get the sleeves that's been rolled up, to hunt to town. Like I said, Dracula. And the hands are just very relaxed palm head, just like with the alternate heads. The hands that he comes with, there's a little ring right there, sculpted there. So yeah, I'd say they did really not too bad a job. From what I heard, I heard some people say that they used this body sculpt as Victor Frankenstein figure, which makes sense because Peter Cushing did play Victor Frankenstein from the the Hammer Frankenstein film, or I should say Horror of Frankenstein. Yeah, I can definitely see that. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to him wearing the coat, so I'll be right back. And there is Van Helsing back with his regular coat, trench coat here. Now, originally I was gonna swap hands with them, but his hands are a bit like stuck. They're not like soft plastic, so I don't want to damage his. So I could have him put the candles. But I might display him with him holding the cross. But speaking of, here comes the cross that he comes with. Then you can put it on his hand just like that. There we go. Put him next to Dracula. And let me just take out Dracula. Give him the more screaming looking head here. There we go. And there he is. Freaking out that there's a cross in front of him. Yeah. But overall, for these figures, yeah, I would say I really do like these figures. So, oops. Yep, they fell. Anyway, like I said before, I really do like them. I say that NECA did really a great job with them. Let's just leave them. Them here. Like I said again, I really like them so much. And I'm really happy that they made a Dracula figure and Van Helsing. Yeah, I really do recommend getting these two figures anywhere else. Hopefully you can find Dracula anywhere else, including Van Helsing. I'm pretty sure Van Helsing's been out for a while. And at the end of the day, yep. But again, these figures are not bad. Not bad at all. I do definitely recommend them. For Dracula, I might give him a 9 out of 10. And Van Helsing, I might give him as well a 9 out of 10 too. So I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, please consider like, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new to my channel. And follow me on Instagram and Threads and Blue Sky. All three links will be in the description down below. That's all I have to say. This is the NECA Horror of Dracula, Count Dracula, and Van Helsing figures. Both are made by NECA. And this is J.A.R. 369. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on my next review. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next horror toy review for 31 horror toys in 31 days.